Okay, so we are in our second video of this series of my Creator Diaries, finding out a little bit more about me as a content creator and some things that I have learned about myself and things I want to share with you all. Hi, my name is Arshana. If you are new to this channel, I'm super excited to have you guys here. Make sure you subscribe, click that bell, that like button, and comment some things that you would like to learn more about being a Christian content creator and Christian influencer and a Christian business owner, and some things that I can answer for you guys. If you haven't seen my first video, definitely go take a look. It goes a little bit in depth of some things that I have learned in my journey as a content creator, but we're gonna dive a little bit deeper right now. And today we're gonna talk about how to kind of like ignore the haters and the naysayers and the know-it-alls in your business and in your content creation process. So one of the first things that I had to learn, and actually it's interesting because my mentor taught me this, and it's something that I want to make sure I practice on a regular basis. So if you see me not doing this on any of my vlogs or any of my videos, or whether it's on social media or here, please check me in the comments, say, hey, you're not doing this, Arshana, but do it nicely, please. So the first thing that I learned is that one thing that you have to remember is that there are only two ways that you can deal with haters, naysayers, and know-it-alls. The first thing is to educate, and the second thing is to say, peace out, bye-bye, see you later. Once again, my mentor taught me this. My mentor Emma Nate, she taught me this, and it's something that she definitely goes by, and it's something that I'm still learning because I'll be honest, throughout my entire life, I have listened to naysayers, I've listened to know-it-alls, and I've listened to people who think they know me, they know my purpose, and they know what God has told me. And it's really hard. And so I want to kind of dive deep into how to do those two processes, educate or just say bye-bye. So the first thing is, when you're a content creator, your number one job is to sell the things that you love. Sell your niche. Whatever your niche is, whether it's a multitude of things or just one thing. Say your niche is tech, right? And you love sharing things about different products that are coming out, like Apple products, or whatever it is that you love sharing. And you have people who have their own opinion about whatever company that XYZ does what. You have people who come in and say, well, I don't like Apple, I like Android, that whole argument that people have, and they try to tell you that you're wrong, whether you're giving facts or opinions, whatever it is, right? Now you can either educate them by saying, hey, well, this is actually what's going on. You can say, this is what I've learned, this is something that I'm finding out more about, and you have to give them facts, not just your opinions, but things that there are some basis behind. There's some blog posts about. Now when I say blog posts, I don't mean just from some random site that somebody just wrote up some random thing. I mean people who have like legitimate things that they're talking about. Maybe go directly to the website of the company, share some information from the CEO. All of those things are super important because you want to make sure that you're giving real information and educating people, and do it, of course, in a kind way. Because like I said, not only are we're just here to educate people, but we're also believers in Christ, and we don't want to argue with people. We don't want to fight with them. We don't want to try to convince people. We just want to educate them. And our job as content creators is to just share the things that we love, share the things that we're interested in, and to share the products of, if we have sponsors, if we're getting brand deals, just educate them on it. And if they feel inclined to purchase or see more, then you give them that opportunity. The second thing is, say peace out, bye-bye. The block button is available and free to use for everybody, and so is the unfollow button. And the great feature is that you can have people unfollow you. So even if you don't follow them, you can still have them unfollow you, because it's just easier that way, so you don't have to deal with all of that negativity, right? And so I say that because I feel like it just makes sense for us to always keep our peace. We should have boundaries for ourselves. We should know when somebody is coming in to disrupt our peace versus when somebody is coming in to truly be a blessing and to help us. And if they're not coming in to be a blessing and to help us grow and to help us inspire and to motivate and do the things that God has called us to do, then you might need to you know, exit stage left. You might need to, take a break from them, because how is that going to help you be better as a creator, as a follower of Christ, if somebody is constantly giving you negative words? It's not. So I definitely recommend that, number one, you educate. And number two, you just let it go. You let them go, whatever. You say, thank you very much for your feedback. I appreciate you. And then you just move on. And that's something that I had to learn, because I will be honest, just a little story time. I'll be honest, when I first started out, like I said in my previous video, and I think I said earlier in this video, I listened to people too much. I was bullied a lot in high school, and I allowed a lot of that to get to me. And so in college, I wanted to please people. I didn't want people to make fun of me the way that I got made fun of in high school. I didn't want people to not like me the way people didn't like me in high school. And so I did a lot of things that were people pleasing. And it took some years for me to get over the insecurities and the rejection issues, and to finally say enough is enough. I can't keep doing things to make other people happy all the time. I have to put myself first most of the time, because I know that if I'm doing things in the way that I'm supposed to be doing, then nothing else should disrupt that at all. And some people will come in and they'll not like how you're doing something because it looks like either something that they should be doing and they're convicted, or they're uncomfortable with it, or they just got issues. Whatever the reason is, people will always say something, whether you're doing something positive or whether you're doing something negative. And you have to live your life with the understanding and the knowledge that you cannot please everybody all the time. You have to recognize that your walk and your purpose and the things that you have to do are greater than what other people will tell you that you should or shouldn't do, or can and can't do. Because God has given you the tools that you need already. God has already made you victorious. God has already said that if you trust in Him, there's so many things that can happen. With Him, all things are possible, right? When other people will come in and tell you the opposite, that is a trick from the enemy. And that is not, there's no basis around that. And you have to fight it. And you have to go around that. You have to just completely rebuke that and reject that. Like, there's so many ways that being a content creator can truly inspire others. And one of the things I love is that being a content creator as a believer doesn't necessarily mean you always have to talk about Christ 24/7. I talk about that in some videos on my marketing side of this channel. But just showing how you represent God in the things that you do. Like, for example, Chance the Rapper is a rapper, but we all know that he is a Christian. We all know he's a believer because of his fruits, and also because of the way that he communicates, and also because of the music that he creates. And Lecrae, for example, he is a Christian rapper. He is known, like, his genre is Christian rap. It sounds secular, right? And a lot of people were and have been and still are upset about the music that he creates because it doesn't sound like something that they're used to. But he has a brand that he will continue to represent because he's being himself and he's doing what God has called him to do. And do you know how many people he has reached with his music, both him and Chance? But there's so many people that they've reached, right? And you want to make sure that anything that you're doing, that you are doing it for Christ, just like, they are. And so one thing I want to make sure that you do is that you always seek God for discernment on anything that you're doing, anything that you are about to embark on, anything that your new journey is about. Because I don't want you to be conflicted and doing one thing one way and not asking God for permission or asking God for instruction, and people in your audience start to get confused about whether you actually are for the world or for Christ. Now, I'll be honest, it's a very hard road to be in, because there are some people who will come in and they'll say, I don't think you're doing this for Christ. But if you have already conferred and asked God about His opinion and He's already giving you the okay, then I would just say thank you so much for your advice. But I'm gonna keep on pressing, okay? And just move on because, like I said, you're not here to fight, you're not here to argue, you're here to educate and to inspire others. And that's it. And one thing that I really love about Lecrae and Chance the Rapper is that they continue to be honest and open about who they are, where their journeys are, where their walk with Christ is, and they don't allow for other people to come in and deter them away from what their purpose is and what God has called them to do. And I want to remind you that you have a purpose. God has called you into greatness, and there's so many things behind what it means to be a Christian influencer or content creator, a business owner. There's so much power behind it. No matter what it is that you're doing, whether it's fashion, whether it's tech, whether it's social media marketing or a service or a business owner or an artist, whatever it is that you're doing, make sure you do it unto God, of course, but also just be yourself. There's so many things that I have wished that I had done early on in my career as being a content creator. I wish I had just been myself so much more, because it would have allowed for me to just share with you guys a lot of things that I was actually dealing with, and a lot of things that I had overcome, and a lot of things that I have learned. But I'm happy that I'm able to do it now. And so please be sure to follow me on all of my social media accounts. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel, click the notification bell, like, comment some more videos that you would love to see. A future video I would love to talk about is how to express your fashion sense as a creator while being a Christian, because a lot of people will tell you that you can't wear certain things as a Christian. And I'm here to tell you that's not necessarily the case. And it depends on what you're wearing. So we'll talk about that in a future video. But I love you guys so much. Stay blessed. Be blessed. Peace out.